Kew Gardens is located in Richmond in London. It was founded in 1759 by the mother of King George III and has grown to house the largest and most diverse botanical collections in the world, with over 50,000 plants growing in a range of different conditions, including several tropical and exotic plants growing in the many glasshouses. Part 1 of this series on Kew will focus on the Palm House, a Victorian glasshouse built in 1844 and housing nearly 300 tropical palm species, as well as cycads and other exotic plants. The temperature is maintained to a minimum of 18 degrees C, and in summer, air vents are opened to prevent temperatures rising too far, but visitors should take care to stay hydrated on warm days. Here are some of the plants that you can find growing in this glasshouse. Biskmarckia Nobilis, or the Bismarck palm, is native to Madagascar and is a large palm tree which can reach up to 25 meters tall in its natural habitat. The fan-shaped leaves can reach over 3 meters wide and can be green or silver blue in color. They need as much sun as possible and moist, well-draining soil, and can be grown in pots. Stangeria Eriopus is a slow-growing cycad native to southern Africa, where it grows in coastal grasslands and forests. The fern-like leaves grow up to 2 meters long, while the stem grows under the ground, forming a large carrot-shaped tuber, and is the only cycad that can be propagated from root cuttings. It forms cones on separate male and female plants and grows best in full sun or partial shade in sandy, slightly acidic soil. Alocasia Zebrina is commonly known as the zebra plant and is an aroid which is often grown as a houseplant in the UK. Characterised by dark, glossy green, arrow-shaped leaves and a distinctive striped stem, it can grow to about 1 metre in height. They prefer high humidity, such as a pebble tray or regular misting, and keep the soil moist but not too wet. Astrocaryum Mexicanum is commonly known as the chocho palm and is a palm tree native to Central America, where it grows in tropical rainforests. The dark green feathery leaves and slender trunk are both protected with long black spines. Although not hardy, it can tolerate cooler temperatures and can be grown in pots, particularly when young. Zingiber Spectabile, or the beehive ginger, is a variety of ginger native to Southeast Asia, which can be used for flavouring food, but is more commonly grown for ornamental value. Like other gingers, it forms clumps of leafy stems that can reach up to 3 meters tall and producing beautiful beehive flowers in summer. It's not a hardy variety, but can be grown in containers and moved indoors for winter. Dracaena Goldieana is commonly known as Queen of the Dracaenas and is native to Central Africa, where it grows in tropical forests. Its beautifully gold-speckled variegated foliage makes it much sought after, but hard to find, and it grows well as a houseplant, preferring bright, indirect light, but tolerating lower light conditions, and water only when the top inch dries out. Sabal Bermudana, or the Bermuda palmetto, is a slow-growing tropical palm with large fan-shaped leaves which can grow up to 2 meters long. It grows well in coastal areas, tolerating salt, and grows well in pots, although it can be grown outdoors in milder areas of the UK, preferring moist, well-draining soil and full sun or partial shade. Ceratozamia Hildae is commonly called the bamboo cycad and is native to Mexico. It's a unique cycad with bamboo-like appearance, but it's critically endangered with less than 1,000 mature plants left in its natural habitat. The long arching stems emerge with a pink or coppery tone, producing fern-like foliage. It grows best in partial shade and can take short dips to -9 degrees, as well as slight frosts. Musa St Helena, or the Helen's hybrid, is a banana naturally crossed in its native Himalayas from Musa sycamensis, from which it inherited its hardiness, and Chini champa, from which it inherited its fruiting capability, making it one of the hardiest fruiting varieties of banana. While the taste of the fruits is sweet and pleasant, the banana fruit will still contain many hard black seeds. Archontophoenix Alexandrae is commonly known as the king palm and is native to Queensland, Australia. It can grow up to 30 metres tall, with the slender trunk often appearing swollen at the base, and the feather-like leaves can grow to 4.5 metres long. It's one of the fastest growing palm varieties and can withstand temperatures to -2 degrees C, although it can be grown indoors in pots if given enough light. Spathiphyllum Domino is a variegated form of the plant commonly known as peace lily and is related to the arum lily. It can grow up to 4 foot in height with deep green lance-shaped leaves covered in creamy white blotches. It makes an ideal low-maintenance houseplant, tolerating low light conditions but requiring plenty of bright, indirect light to flower consistently. It prefers evenly moist, slightly acidic soil. Quesnelia Liboniana, or Libens Quesnelia, is a bromeliad native to Brazil. Its grey-green leaves are edged with spines, while its red flower spike will bear brilliant blue flowers. It grows to around 1/2 metre tall and grows well as a houseplant, preferably with bright indirect light, high humidity, and soil aerated with orchid bark or perlite. Arenga Porphyrocarpa is a dwarf palm tree that can grow up to 3 metres tall. Native to the rainforests of Sumatra and Indonesia, it is a clumping variety with slightly silvery backed fishtail leaves, making it a much sought after ornamental plant. It grows best in conditions which mimic its natural rainforest environment, including high humidity and bright indirect light. Zingiber Spectabile is a cycad native to Colombia, Peru, and Ecuador. Although its trunk grows under the ground, it can grow up to 4 metres in height, with dark green leaves up to 3 metres long, and strongly armed with prickles. It prefers to grow in well-draining soil, as too much water will cause its trunk to rot, and needs consistently warm temperatures and high humidity. Napoleoniana Vogelii is commonly known as Wallia or Napoleon's hat and is a flowering shrub native to tropical Africa, where it grows in lowland rainforests. It can grow up to 15 metres tall, producing large, showy flowers and distinctive-looking fruit. It grows best with moist soil, high humidity, and dappled shade. Camederia alternans is a fast-growing palm tree native to the Mexican rainforests. It can grow to a height of 3 metres tall, with feather-like leaves which droop at the edges. Male and female flowers appear on separate trees. This palm will not tolerate full sun or a windy location, but grows well as a houseplant, preferring indirect light and higher humidity. Selenocerius grandiflorus is a variety of cactus commonly known as Queen of the Night due to its large fragrant flowers which open at night. It is native to Central America, where it scrambles up rocks and trees to reach the light. It can be grown as a houseplant, but will need a frame to support it, as well as good light and good drainage. If it grows too large, it can be pruned. Heliconia longiflora, or the longleaf heliconia, is native to Central and South America. It has long green banana-like leaves and produces orange bracts with yellow flowers. It's easy to grow indoors as a potted plant, growing to a height of only around 2 foot, and it prefers bright, indirect light, slightly acidic soil, and high humidity. Cycas bougainvilleana, or the Pago sago, is an elegant cycad from Bougainville Island and the Solomon Islands. It is fast-growing and can grow up to 5 metres tall, with leaves up to 3 metres long. In its natural environment, it enjoys tropical wet conditions and seasonal dry spells and full to partial sun. If growing indoors, it will need bright, indirect light and good drainage. Pandanus dubius, or the knob-fruited screw pine, is a small tree native to Southeast Asia, where it grows on beaches and rocky outcrops. Like other pandanus, it's characterized by its thick prop roots and aerial roots. and its slender trunk is topped with lance-shaped leaves. Grown indoors, it prefers direct sunlight, high humidity, and consistently moist soil. Liquala peltata sumawongii is a medium-sized palm tree native to Thailand and Malaya. It can grow up to 5 meters tall, with bright green fan-shaped leaves reaching 1.5 meters long. The leaf itself is undivided and therefore cannot cope with strong winds. It prefers moist, humid conditions and bright, indirect light. Selaginella velutina is a variety of club moss which is closely related to ferns, reproducing from spores but with more primitive roots and smaller scale-like leaves. It is a compact plant with green and silvery foliage and can be trimmed to maintain its shape. It grows well as a low-maintenance houseplant, preferring bright, indirect light, high humidity and moist soil. Musa ice cream, or the blue Java banana, is a variety native to Southeast Asia, which is said to have fruit which resemble the flavour of vanilla ice cream. The fruit is blue-green in colour when unripe, ripening to yellow, and older plants have a pinkish colour on their leaves. It is hardy to around -2 degrees C, but can be grown indoors over winter with a sunny window, moist soil and high humidity. Pinunga sylvestris is a clumping palm native to Southeast Asia. Unbranched stems can reach up to 6 meters in height, and its feather-like leaves can be up to 1.5 meters long. Although it may tolerate short periods of light frost, it prefers a warm, humid environment and moderate shade. It does not like soil to dry out. Tradescantia spathiphyllum is commonly known as Moses in the cradle and is native to Central America. It forms clumps of dark green leaves that have striking purple underside and is very easy to grow as a houseplant in the UK. It prefers bright, indirect light and should be watered when the top 2 inches of soil is dry. It does prefer a more humid environment, but will normally be fine in lower humidity. Piper nigrum is the plant that black pepper comes from. It is a flowering vine native to India, although it's widely cultivated in other tropical regions. The vine can grow up to 4 meters in height and prefers moist, well-draining soil. Grown as a houseplant, it prefers bright, indirect light, high humidity, and a warm environment, and will need a support to climb. Dracaena spectabilis, or the blessed palm, is native to northwest Madagascar, where the area it grows is only 12 acres, one of the smallest known natural ranges. It can grow to 18 meters tall, with fan-shaped leaves that can reach 5 meters in width. It only flowers once in its life cycle before dying, giving it the nickname the suicide palm. It needs a deep pot, full sun, and watering only when the soil is dry. Microcycas calocoma, or the Cuban cork palm, is the only species of Microcycas, a cycad native to Cuba. It can grow up to 10 meters in height with dark green leaves that can grow more than 1 meter long. It is critically endangered, with only around 600 plants left in its natural habitat. They prefer bright, indirect light and consistent moisture. Stiff chrysanthemum is a flowering shrub native to Brazil. It can grow up to 5 meters tall and is bushy in appearance, with beautiful flowers blooming for 9 months in the year. They grow in full sun or partial shade and need well-draining acidic soil. It can be grown in pots, although pots should be kept in the shade to prevent roots overheating. If you've enjoyed watching this video, please consider subscribing and turn on notifications. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram or X for video updates as well as my flower of the day. And you can email me at freyastropicalgarden@gmail.com. Don't forget to check out my website at freyastropicalgarden.co.uk, where you can find a range of information including public gardens that I've visited and information on plants that have been shown on my videos. I've had so much fun making this video, but if you'd like to make a contribution towards running costs, you can do so via PayPal.